Hi friends, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderella. If you're new to this channel, I basically just share my life experiences and the things I'm learning, personal development, mindset, mental health, everything put together. It's easy here. So in this video I want to talk about a topic that has been lingering for a while, and it's mainly about love and relationships, and I feel like this topic is very relevant to my growth as a person. I would give you like a reason why I'm saying that. And how I was starting this to say that love has been my biggest teacher. Actually, chasing love has been my biggest teacher. And I'm saying chasing love, there's a lot of shame that comes with chasing love and wanting love, and I think that we are not all aware of how much we are being raised, or our society is moved towards us chasing love. And I'm going to try to explain deeper and share my experiences why like this has been very relevant to my growth as a person. And maybe another approach that if you're like me, like before, that I used to chase love, I don't do that anymore. I hope this sharing my experience helps you through your own journey. So as far back as I can remember, in high school, I think high school was the first time I remember having a crush on somebody and doing crazy things, for that love. What I'll say is, you know what, I think that like going through this whole healing journey, coming back to me, as like it opened me up to looking at this whole love conversation. And what I figured out was that I wasn't necessarily chasing love. I was chasing the feeling of being loved. I wanted to feel loved. And like looking at my healing journey and process and like different areas in my life I had to heal, I realized that I was dealing with a lot of childhood trauma containing neglect, and it wasn't that my parents were completely absent, they just weren't there. And I'm not blaming them, it's not their fault. I've gone through the whole process of healing whereby I realized that they are human beings too, and they were doing the best that they could. I basically believe that people are always doing the best that they can, even if sometimes it might be detrimental to who we grow up to be, like for example in my case. So I realized I was dealing with a lot of neglect, like I wasn't being loved the way that I would have liked to, even like as a child. So as far back as high school, I remember having this crush on one person. I did silly things. I would like to feel that love, like like the way we are raised here, we are raised to seek validation from people, and for you to feel love, especially from maybe some parents, they need you to do, like you feel like as you're growing up, you as a child, we're unable to process some emotions and all, because we don't have the mental the emotional intelligence to process those feelings we're dealing with. And then we end up like concluding stories about ourselves that we are unloved, maybe because our parents are not there for us in ways that we want them to, like maybe showing up at school for a school event. Do you get all those kind of things? And I keep saying do you get, God. Anyway, so I grew up to like that high school process. I did stupid things, I did silly things because I had a crush on somebody. I really liked this person. I felt the need to keep doing stuff for them to like me back. And see, it's different when someone like doesn't like you. They were indulging me till they started using me to, like play me. Let me just put it like that. But I did it in uni. Like it continued until I went through depression, until I pulled myself out, until I started healing my trauma, even healing. And one thing I realized that for me, going through this journey, when things start coming up, like now that I'm doing this video and talking about love, that is up in the air for me. I always see that as an opportunity to reflect and heal if there's any trauma lingering. And for me, I think I'll say that the trauma now is this. I get triggered like about certain things that maybe I've done, like may have happened in past relationships, and sometimes it might not be like the same situation, but I'm triggered, and I see that as an opportunity for me to heal. Yeah, so that's how I go to even healing my relationship with my parents, which I'll be sharing in another video, or maybe some things that I've done, or like things I did that I feel that I've gotten to the place of forgiveness and being more compassionate towards my parents. But today is love. So for love, it took me going through a situationship and coming out of it and being like, no, fuck no, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to feel, I don't know, people who enjoy situationship, if it works for you, good, but for me, that's not what I want. Yeah, I think I have been doing a lot of work challenging myself in ways that I have never, and that has helped me heal my trauma with love. If I go back even to my childhood, let's do like a backstory, like how I viewed love as a child. I used to think, because to be able to heal, for me, I feel like you have to look at everything happening in your life, like your mindset, yeah, your beliefs about certain things first. That will help you understand better and know like ways to heal, or like actions to take, yeah. Because me, I do different things. I use letter writing, I use affirmations and all. So I started to look at my beliefs about love, and there's something that people say: we mirror our parents' relationships. Sometimes we don't know, but we do mirror certain patterns of behavior or certain things our parents used to do in our relationships, until you maybe are aware of it and you wake up, like decide to wake up from, or heal, so that you wake up from subconsciously doing the same thing that they did. You won't get out of it. And for me, for a long time, yeah, love meant pain. I didn't see myself experiencing love without pain. Yeah, I didn't see myself maybe being in a relationship and someone not cheating on me. I didn't see that happen. I used to think that maybe, okay, because for love I have to be in pain. It's crazy, but that's what it is. That was what it was for me then. It took me to be like, why do I think that I am not worthy of love, that somebody doesn't have to cheat on me? Or why do I think that I am not worthy of love, that someone actually likes me, doesn't have to manipulate and do all those things? Until I started to snap out of it. And it made me, because even using the high school experience, that person treated me so badly, but I was still there. I stayed there, taking it, thinking that, okay, this is how love is supposed to be. They're supposed to be mean to you. They're supposed to say mean things to you, and you're supposed to sit down there and take it because you want to. Because I found, if I'm being honest, I found, looking at the relationship I saw growing up, for example, my mother, I saw that she is constantly trying to prove that she needs to, like, she's worth that love. And I found that, like, that's very painful. That's a very painful way to live, and I don't want to live that way. So it took me, I started like doing the whole unlearning thing. I started journaling. I journaled a lot. I cried, because there's a lot of release when that happens. Yeah, there's a lot of forgiveness that I didn't know this wasn't okay. I didn't know it wasn't okay for someone to treat me like this. I didn't know it wasn't okay for them to speak to me like this. So that happened. I went to see. It took me going through. And one thing with me, that because as a child I learned how to block things out. Yeah. So I realized that after each relationship, because some of them end so badly, I blocked them out. Like, I could literally forget that person. It's so funny. Or forget anything that happened. And once I started healing, see, everything I've been bottling up were coming. And I remember, like, I have a video that talks about how I would go through heartbreak differently. you can, I'm going to link it so that you, if you're watching this video, you can check it out too. But anyway, I everything started coming up. Everything. I was you see the whole, I didn't heal. Yeah, I talked about it in that video. I was moving from one relationship to another, searching for that love, searching for somebody to see me. Yeah. Anyway, so when I started healing, everything started coming up. I cried. I was like, why did I went through the whole process till I started to show myself more grace and compassion, that you know what, I was doing the best that I can. There's no way I could tell that I didn't know. Like, I didn't know, and that's the truth. I mirrored the things I saw around me, and I didn't know that it wasn't okay. I didn't need to do anything for somebody to love me. Basically, people just love you. And for now, like, I have certain cues that help me when I'm going through something. Like right now, I ask myself that, is this how I want to feel in the next 1 year? Is this how I love myself? I have the things that will snap me out of the feeling of self-pity, of thinking that I am not worthy of certain things that I want. So that's the backstory for love and relationship. I basically was searching for somebody to make me feel loved and seen. I was getting it all wrong, yeah. And this whole learning thing, I'm so grateful. Like, I decided to accept that I don't know anything, like, and I can't find those answers with other people. Yeah, all the answer I was searching for was here, basically within me. And I listened to different podcasts, I read books, I've listened to different things like YouTube. Oh, that's my number one. I learned so many things listening to other people. I took their practices, I did it. And you know, I wrote a post the other day, and I said that I am at my healthiest emotionally. Yes. And even till now, I am still learning. Like, even when I react to certain things, now I think what I'm working through the process of is not to, like, more self-trust. Yeah, I shouldn't doubt my initial reaction, because that's pure and intentional. Why? Because I realized that, or my initial response rather, I realized that Cindy is very conscious. Yeah, that's me, very conscious, and I've learned compassion. So when I'm responding to something, all these other things kick in. I'm compassionate, but that one is very pure, and she is actually the one responding, because apart from the whole healing process, I have redefined the things that I value in relationships. And this has to do with both romantic, platonic, work relationship. I redefine my values around all these things, the things that are important to me. And I know that I'm still working through the whole process of, is love a feeling or a choice? And to be honest, I am of the opinion that I think it's a choice and it's both. Yeah, crazy, but because I know that I can snap myself out of some things. Yeah, like stand up. Do you get? I ask myself certain questions like, is this how you want to be loved, or is this how you love yourself? Because I think that whole self-love thing has been, we've not been taught how to do it very well, or we've not been taught how to love ourselves the right way. That's why the way we are kind of like mirroring that in how we how we choose to be with people, or the things we choose to accept from people. When you don't love yourself, or let me use me as an example. When I didn't love myself, I was trying to stay connected to people that didn't love me. They were mean to me because I was always mean to myself. They were basically mirroring back I'm not dissy. Their actions have to do with them. That's their problem. But you know what? My universe, personal responsibility is number one. I feel like I'm one of the people that lean towards self-blame first before finding compassion for both. I don't know how to blame people for my problems, and I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, I lean towards blaming myself first, but I don't do that again. But each time things happen, I always look at myself like, is there something I'm doing or even when I connect with like someone that is not, they say they are emotionally unavailable, or people that choose not to or don't want to love you fully, yeah, I start to ask myself, are there ways that I am being like numb towards myself, or not emotionally available? Are there areas in my life that I am doing this to myself? Because do you get, why am I allowing this to continue, or something like that? So like I always refer back to my lessons or the things that I'm practicing, and I'm saying that this is not one time thing. It doesn't, healing is hard. Anyone that says that self-healing is easy, even if you are using, I haven't been to therapy before. If you have the funds, that means you get somebody that can anchor you. They will not do the emotional labor for you, they will not do the job for you, but they can help you through asking maybe important questions. I do that for myself. I did it for myself. I don't have money for therapy, sorry. I mean, eventually I'll still be excited to go, yeah, but right now I do for myself, and I think that is a way I've been able to build self-love, yeah. That's why I'm also like, you know what, I feel like love is not just a feeling, yeah. I think it's a choice. When I mean choice, I mean it's like how you're choosing to express that. For example, if I'm talking about self-love, maybe I'll do a video about self-love. If I'm talking about self-love, I'm talking about how I show up for myself. Am I considering myself? And yeah, Brené Brown talks about this too, in even trust, how to build trust. There are so many things that they just seem like big words, but if you really listen to people maybe that have done the research and broken these things down, you actually find it very practical to do. And my question for myself is, how am I loving myself? It is basically the things I am choosing to allow in my life, things I am choosing to show up for. Do you get? Basically things I am choosing to allow in my life. Why do I keep saying do you get? Like someone is responding to me. Habits. But anyway, how I show up for myself is like, I have my, like, redefining my values was number one. Like, what do I value in relationships? What do I value in, like, keeping connection? Like, who do I want to be? Who do I want to show up as? When I was able to answer these questions, it helped me through this journey, because it's like, I'm like, that's what I see after going through that situation. It felt like, you know what, you like this person. I really do. I wish I could express it, but I couldn't, because I'm too scared to be vulnerable. I'm too scared to say that I love you. I mean, now I won't quickly say it now. I need process. I need things. Do you get? Not things, tangible things. I need to create that bond with you, to know if I trust you. And you see, I'm saying trust now. Trust is not just the big trust. Do you get? For me, it's different things. Are you reliable? Are you honest? Yeah. How do you show up for yourself? Do you get? Because how you treat yourself, or how people treat themselves, is how they'll treat you. This applies to me too, even when I was doing rubbish when it comes to love. But yeah, it's like, do I trust this person? Certain things for me, if they are able to, then that's how you make space to create bonds, to keep creating experiences together. And for me, I feel that is how love is being built. So if I find myself in a situation where I am the one that is trying to create, because I think that happened to me last year, I kind of like connected with somebody that wasn't trying to connect with me, basically. And I'm this kind of person that is always talking about grace and compassion. I'm showing grace and compassion. And then I listened to Brené Brown, and she's like, you know what? With compassion comes boundaries. You can't be compassionate and not have your boundaries, which is true. And this whole period of life is teaching me boundaries. I'm learning how to practice having boundaries, especially at work. I'm always the one trying to be understanding. Sometimes my friend was telling me, see, you compassion. Sometimes people need your cruelty. Anyway, but this whole love journey has taught me a lot. Yeah, I am truly grateful for it. See, you have no idea, because if I look at how I used to be before, I didn't like myself. I didn't, especially when I went through that first high school relationship, broke me, and then I healed. You know, I took my time. I didn't, to be honest, the healing wasn't even isolated healing. And that's true. Sometimes you don't need to isolate yourself to heal. Sometimes it is maybe, apart from you being transparent with the people that you're connecting to, it's you being honest with yourself and practicing, recognizing your triggers that come up. I get tricksy, I feel triggered a lot of times, and even when sometimes I might not be feeling compassionate, and I always like to go back, you know what, fine, I always take my time, ruminate, allow the feelings to flow, and then come back to compassion. So I'm really grateful that I got to heal. I chased love till I found myself, yeah. And is this thing about personal, or this journey, self-healing journey, that I learned that all the answers that we search are within us. Cindy can tell you how your life will go, and I think I've been pushing talking about depression, but that was the beginning of all of this. Going through depression, taking personal responsibility, helped me get to this place today, that I am confident that if somebody says that they don't want to be with me, yeah, or they can't love me fully, I'm like, okay, I understand, and I choose myself. I think that I have gotten, like, I'm at the place that if you ask me one thing that scares me right now, self-betrayal is what scares me. Betraying myself to keep the peace, to keep other people happy. Because the times that I have betrayed myself as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, you get, like, earlier years, led me to losing myself. And I think that's one thing that scares me, putting myself in a situation that makes me lose myself. I never want to lose myself again. So that's why people might see it as you don't want to try to work things out. There are some things that are non-negotiable. Like something I experienced last year. I had to sit down and look at myself like, is this how I like myself? Is this how I love myself? Why do I think it's okay for somebody to tell me, you know what, take out the feelings and see things my way? My friend, I remember we're having a discussion about it, and he's like, why don't they see things your way too? It's crazy. But like, a lot of things that feel like self-betrayal, those are the things that scare me, and I don't ever want to find myself doing that in any relationship or connection with anybody. I'm excited, you know, because this year I was like, you know, I'm excited to date, even if you experience friction, because you're dealing with other human beings at their own level of their journey. See, there's going to be friction, there's definitely going to be chaos, yeah, but I'm excited. I think I'm excited because I am more confident in myself. I like myself a lot. I think I always use that as a disclaimer when I want to talk to them. I'm like, see, I like myself a lot. Just so you know, if you're looking for me to change, before you like me, and the truth is, if I need you to change for me to like you, I don't really like you. That's the truth. I feel like you don't need to do anything to be liked, to be loved. And all of us grew up in homes that the love was conditional, and that's something we don't know. We talk about unconditional love, but all this time, what you've been experiencing is conditional love. Unconditional love is just love. Like, love is just love. You see, love is, there's no such thing as unconditional love. Is just love. People like to judge things, we like to group things, we like to name things, but love is something that is, it just is, and I don't think you need to do anything to earn it. People just like you. Check it. And one thing I do is, my uncle, I know that my videos are very disorganized because I'm new to YouTube, but I hope that I keep it interesting for you to watch it this long. And if you have, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Maybe that people that might need what I'm talking about. Anyway, So like one thing I always use is my friends as an anchor. Yeah, is people I choose as my friends. They are close to family to me. For me to be friends with somebody, their friendship doesn't make me anxious. I feel seen, I feel understood, sometimes misunderstood, but then we still find our grounds. Yeah, I feel like I can trust this person. I feel like this person considers me when they're making certain decisions. Yeah, and I don't mean maybe they're like this. I mean maybe something that involves both of us. They will not put me in danger. So if my friendships are like this, why should my romantic relationship be making me feel the other way? Do you get? So I use my friends as an anchor, and I use myself too. Is this how I love this person? Is this how I love myself? And if it's going to lead to self-betrayal, I'm not in danger. I walked away, and one thing that gave me more confidence is being able to walk away from people. And when I realized that I was giving grace to somebody that did not like me or consider me, yeah, that's how you evaluate maybe your relationship with people. Maybe I'll do another video that talks, that expands it. But when I'm like talking, and I ask myself, does this person consider me? Does this person, like, how does this person value the time that we have when we hang out? How does this person talk about themselves too? How they, like, are they able to put boundaries even in a, like, are they able to check me? Yeah, I look at it. Some people please till they evaporate. Ooh, there's a lot to expand when it comes to love and relationships, but I'm glad that I could start it. I really needed to just start it. Yeah, but depression video needs to come. Yeah, I think because that was the genesis of my whole journey. I think I've done one, but I didn't expand on how I would like love to expand for people that may be feeling broken, feeling unseen, feeling like there's something wrong with them, feeling like you're disconnected. Yeah, feeling like, why? Because for a long time I thought I was numb. I thought that maybe I can't experience love the same way. It's a lie. I'm fully in, and I love it. I love the whole. And one thing that we think is that we need other people to experience love, which is not true. I live from love. All my decisions are rooted in love. I experience love daily. I look at myself and I smile, and I feel so much love because of how much work I have done. Thank you for watching my video. I think it's long. I didn't even check the time for how long this took, but I hope that if you're trying to navigate or heal your relationship and love area, I think, which is the heart chakra, I think one thing I'll say is allow your heart to break. Let your heart break till it opens. I told one of my friends this, and that's true. Allow that heartbreak happen. Stop trying to avoid heartbreak. Your heart will break until it opens, and that's the truth. When your heart is open, things will flow in and flow out when they need to. Yeah? Okay, that's it. Bye.